Okay, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly apologize for my audio because I'm recording this in my car and I don't like how it sounds on my microphone. So, I'm gonna have to buy a new microphone. Anyway, artblock, it's a bitch! So, is there really a way to actually beat artblock? Because we're about to find out in this video. So, stay tuned. Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, I am Raven, and welcome to Le Bird Nest. Anyway, I've been stuck in, a massive freaking art block for the past God knows how many months. Whether it's from stress, the fact that I have had zero ideas, or, that sinking belief that you are never good enough, and no matter how hard you try and what you do, nothing you ever end up doing will add up and amount to anything. But you just try, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and you try some more. And you look up some YouTube videos, have an existential crisis, more YouTube videos, distract yourself, ooh, look, fan art, YouTube videos, and nothing you ever do quite looks like anyone else's. I know it's kind of a debated thing on whether art block actually does exist. And some people say that it's all in your head, but that's the point of an art block. An art block, in a sense, is like a mental block. Your mind mentally blocks you from liking or achieving your art. That and sometimes art block is just stress and burnout, and you just get so burnt out and run down and tired to where you feel like you can't do art, which I can confirm for a fact that in my entire life I've had that happen so many times I can't even count. But those art blocks they're valid. It is okay to have art blocks, and if anything, I've progressed the most in art blocks. I have had massive style changes in my art blocks over the years. And I'll have to show everyone the picture. Insert picture here of one of my characters, Eric. I drew him in an art block, and he's the one that got me out of the art block because that's what made me realize my style is freaking cool. It doesn't help that the art community nowadays, it's not like it used to be. People just continuously build each other up just to break them down again. That, and with cancel culture, what's the point? What's the point in having an art community, a community that's supposed to be there for each other, when we're just breaking each other down, especially younger and newer artists? What's the point? What's the point in having an art community, a community that's supposed to be there for each other, when we're just breaking each other down, especially younger and newer artists? Look in the freaking mirror, boo! You did not start out drawing like Picasso. Picasso did not pop out of his motherfucking womb, his mother's motherfucking womb, drawing the next, Mona Lisa. He didn't. That's not how art works. Art is subjective. I know that is said a lot and thrown a lot, but it is subjective. To everyone, art is freaking different. Like, for example, with my art style, My art style is a combination and has little motifs and nods of the 1984 freaking Care Bears movie and the Hercules and Xena Battle for Mount Olympus, the animated movie. You know, actually you guys don't know because my grandmother bought that tape at a gas station when I was like 12 or 10, and that it ended up being one of my favorite movies to this day. No one ever knows about it. Me and my brother are the only ones who know about it. But that aside, that is the root of my art styles. Those two films are what my art style they're what makes my art style today. Your art style is a conglomeration of the people you've watched draw growing up, aka YouTube videos, tutorials, teachers, and the media that you ingest. It is a combination of all of that. So everyone is going to be different. I honestly don't see the point in art schools criticizing art styles so much. Art styles are so unique, and they're what makes a person unique. Everyone has a unique art style, like me and my best friend, Loon Momo. Loon Momo has been drawing roughly, like honestly, longer than I have. And they have a really pretty Sailor Moon-esque anime style art. And it's really pretty, but she gets criticized a lot because it is anime. She gets told that she can't go anywhere with it. So she's so hypercritical of her own art style. And I know for a fact that stems and causes a lot of people's art block. That mental block. And in all honesty, that mental block stays with you for years. It's just whenever art, quote unquote, art block actually does happen, it's a mix. It's a giant melting pot for what's holding you back. Whether it be from freaking stress, academics, you feel like you don't have time, the art community breaking you down and you feeling inferior with your art style, lack of motivation, freaking burnout. I know for a fact that part of mine is burnout because I've been working my ass off for God knows how long at this point. And my body and my brain is desperate for a break. Not to mention, I know my art style is progressing in a way, and I can see it. And a lot of the time, especially with more developed artists, if you start feeling inferior about your art, and that is because your eye for art is developing. You're starting to see smaller little details that you can change, you can critique. You know something's off, but you don't quite have the verbiage or the skill yet to catch up with your eye. Every artist, in a sense, has experienced some form or fashion of it. I mean, with me, I got a new job last year, roughly around August, and I absolutely love my job. But a couple months ago, earlier this year, one of my coworkers had her intestines twisted. She was out for several months, leaving only 3 of us to actually do a bulk of the work, because where I work, we sew. We work on wedding dresses. So there's only so many hands to go around. That's a dying art form. And it's a dying, job. Everything that we have now is ordered online or machine made. So I had to come in. I had to work myself to the bone. I had to be there to support my team. I got so burnt out, and I was just exhausted from working on wedding dresses all day and all week. I'm just a part-time employee, but I was working full-time shifts. I was exhausted, and I'm only just now getting back into the swing of art. And during that time, I still watched art videos, and I kept I wanted to keep up my eye and keep up that habit of drawing, but it was just so hard. I didn't have any ideas for characters. I was too tired to come up with ideas. I was just so unmotivated to do anything. I was just stuck. And I designate that as an art block. And it took me doing some fan art, which, if you know me, I don't normally do fan art. I am extremely hypercritical of myself, and I don't feel that I am able to successfully communicate across characters, despite the fact that they're not my own, and it doesn't matter, because as long as I have fun, it shouldn't matter whether or not the character that I'm drawing looks like the character I'm trying to draw. That is a habit I'm trying to break of myself, and I've done that ever since I was a child. I didn't even like tracing characters because I thought it was cheating, but art block is a bitch. I tried doing the YouTube videos to help get you out of art block, and it was just not working. A lot of the times that I have realized when it comes to art block is you can either muscle through it, like I know many of people to do, they just kind of muscle through it and keep drawing, or they'll let it get to them, let it fester and get inside their head. And that is what I do. I get in my head a lot, and I know it's not great to do. What I've kind of, everyone as they get older with art and they start doing it more, the more you kind of learn different ways to get out of art block. But for younger viewers out there who are stuck in an art block and are not knowing what to do, they feel YouTube videos are not working, everything that they try is not working, resorting to Pinterest and not feeling it, what I want you to do is sit in front of a mirror, and I want you to close your eyes. You don't actually have to freaking do it. I see you staring at me through the screen. But what I want you to do is to reflect. What is going on in your life to make you feel this way? Are you stressed for time with work or with school? Are you stressed because of family? Are you tired from doing so many things? Have you been doing art your entire life, or have you been doing art on YouTube and you're just tired? You're tired of doing art. You don't want to do art, but you do because it's your hobby. Do you feel inferior with yourself? Do you not like your art or your art style? Have you tried switching mediums? And has that not worked either? Whatever the root that you feel your art block is from, what I want you to do is keep that at the back of your mind, back pocket it, because knowing that one little thing about what is causing your art block will ultimately help you get through it. Because if you acknowledge it, at least then it'll give you that one little bit to know what is causing your art block. It'll help you understand what you need to do to get out of it. With me, it's been stress. in not giving myself time to breathe. I've had to force myself to sit down and take a breather to just let me live. And doing that and changing up my mediums, I've gone back to doing watercolors. And that has helped. I've watched The Blue Period, which is a really good anime. And honestly, it kind of helped me recontextualize my art. Another thing you can do is watch Fantasia. Watch art movies. Something whimsical. Change up what you're doing. Kind of give yourself something new. Or hell, fall back onto something that you used to do. And just do it. Don't think. Don't give yourself time to think, because if you're thinking about your art, you're gonna criticize it and you're gonna get in your head and be still stuck in that art block. For me, I've learned that I just need to shut my brain down, watch what I'm watching, and just do it. Because I'm gonna get in my head and there's gonna be that little voice that is gonna constantly tell me, you are not freaking good enough to be doing this. Why are you even trying? That doesn't even look good. Why did you draw that nose that way? It's crooked. I know a lot of you out there are struggling. And I really hope, hearing what I've said and listening to this video, that it has helped. I know I'm a very, very small YouTuber. But if you find this, call it fate. Call it fate that the algorithm, if it actually ends up showing you this, pulled me to you. Because I feel like if you're watching this, you genuinely need it. But, that aside, I hope you guys have a great day. And you guys do the best art that you possibly could be doing. And with that, I bid you adieu. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content from me. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Toodaloo, goodbye, adieu.